Yo, what is up, guys? This is the Brickdo here. We have some pretty interesting news coming out in regards to 5 sets that were listed as retiring soon. We're supposed to be done at the end of this year, all of which 2 were listed as either sold out or temporary out of stock on Lego. But this recent news says that these are going to be extended for another year. So they've been, in some cases, removed, listed as retiring soon. And then in other cases, we haven't seen that sort of come to fruition yet. But this seems like solid news, and it seems to be legit that they're going to be extending these for 1 extra year. Now, I think there's a couple of interesting implications here, both from a sort of consumer perspective, and then I think also to the investors, the resellers in Lego. I think there's obviously a lot of interesting discussion points there. And my sort of favorite part here is some of the conspiracy theories in regards to maybe why Lego did this, right? So let's go ahead and give you the 5 sets here. As you can see on the left here, we have the Bugatti, we have the Panda Minecraft set, we have one of the Harry Potter books, we have 2 Friends sets that, I gotta be honest, it just those are kind of just question marks as why they're on this list. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this, right? So from the consumer perspective, this is one of, I think, a really interesting conspiracy theory. Some people are saying, right, well, if they're on the retiring soon list and maybe they boosted sales for these sets, right, during, the holiday season, if they're listed as retiring soon, people may have felt pressure to pick them up that otherwise they wouldn't have felt that, right? Now, I think that's a little bit of a stretch, right? Like they're just doing this to increase, sales and being like, oh, psych, they're not retiring soon. I don't find that to be, I just don't really see that being realistic, to be honest, although that might have been, I think a small effect. I don't think that it was sort of a large factor, and definitely not part of their decision. So right from a consumer perspective, it's nice, right? These sets are going to be available for another year. Honestly, no complaints. I don't think anybody would complain about that if you're just a fan of Lego, buying sets, especially a set like the Bugatti Chiron. That's an expensive set. Maybe there's people saving up for this and they didn't get the chance to get it during its lifespan, even though it's been out for a while. I think that's just, there's no negatives really from a consumer perspective, right, from this, if they just keep them on shelves, in my opinion. All right, and let me sort of get to like the, people investing in Lego or trying to resell these, right? I mean, when these retiring soon lists, come out, Stone Wars is pretty good with them. People really start to plan a lot of their big purchases for sets that they might be looking to, sort of hold on to or buy a mass amount and hold on to, right? So specifically, I think, that this Panda Minecraft set, and then also to the Bugatti Chiron, both of those are sort of the 2 biggest hitters where you probably had a decent amount of people putting some decent amount of money into these sets who are either right now are going to have to hope for a quick flip and maybe make a little bit of money during this holiday season. Like quick flip as in like they just get out of this basically, maybe make a little bit percentage on it, but honestly not a lot. Or right, they're just going to hold on to them for another year, and that's not for most people, part of their strategy. So that this is going to impact them a lot. So then this is sort of like the second conspiracy theory that I was thinking, like maybe Lego just does this with a couple sets each year, right, to kind of throw people off, if they are anti people reselling or whatever, like just trying to invest in these and selling for more later, which I don't really think that. I don't think they really are. They're not doing like a whole lot about it, and there's nothing that they can do. It's just sort of the market sort of just playing itself out. But that is sort of another conspiracy theory that I was thinking of. Either way, it's just really interesting to see Lego sort of just backtrack it. And I saw some people talking about how, this isn't right. There's no communication to this. If we were expecting these to be retiring soon, whatever, people are making decisions to buy these, all that stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, these are 5 Lego sets that are just going to be extended for 1 year. I mean, it's hard to really complain about that. Like I said, I can understand people who are putting a lot of money in these sets, and that's going to be, sort of a big pothole there for them to have to get through, as far as like figuring out what they want to do, if they want to try to hold these for another year or what. But this is definitely just a very interesting thing to see happen. And to be honest, what I think the actual answer is, like I said, there's a lot of interesting discussion points and as to why they may have done it, or conspiracy theories. But I honestly think they probably just had they just sort of looked at the data, and they were probably thinking, these sets are selling pretty well. It could have to do too with a little bit of like the marketing factor, especially with that Harry Potter book. We have a couple more coming out this year. Maybe they thought, why not just keep this one on shelves with those ones? It's not going to affect anything, right? So maybe they thought, we have space for each of these within their respective, themes. We don't have too many sets in that theme, or whatever the case may be, right? They basically just looked at the sales data and thought, wow, these are actually been consistently good sellers, whatever. We're just going to keep them out for another year. There's nothing directly replacing them. That's honestly just what I think would happen. But like I said, very interesting to see this happen. I'm interested to see if this reoccurs again in another year, or when we get to just any new retiring list, because I just think this is really interesting to look at and try to just think about some of the reasons why. So guys, hope you like this discussion video. I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think this was an on-purpose move to maybe deter the Lego investors, or you think it was just a complete sales move? And then I think from just a consumer standpoint, as a Lego fan like that, I just would hear your thoughts on this. Is having these out for another year going to change any of your opinions on buying them or not? I mean, for me personally, no. But like I said, you got to think about all those casual buyers and everything like that. So those sales surely add up. All right, guys. Well, if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, guys. This is Brickdo signing off.